Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Are we back in the building?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy.
2 on the 10, you know what we do. Every week, coming to you live and direct.
You heard?
I love it, I love it, I love it. How you guys been?
I've been good.
Ooh, it was a little quiet there. Everybody good?
I was trying to be polite. I was trying to say ladies first.
Okay. I was like, everybody good? We need to we need to do some wellness checks around here. We all right?
Finally I took the
It's the
lead.
holidays, huh?
I was thinking ladies first, but since no one spoke, I took the lead. I'm like, all right, I'll be rude. And
You be rude? Okay. All right. I was making sure y'all okay.
all right, definitely.
All right.
But can I say this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It blows my mind that there's only 6 weeks till Christmas. Give or take.
I need this shit to hurry up, though.
Yeah.
This is,
I'm just
like,
saying.
I'm gonna be real with you. I really dislike, I'm not gonna say, I really dislike this time of the year. Productivity is next to nothing. It's damn near like the elections where every commercial it has something to do with Christmas, Santa Claus, somebody on there trying to sell you something.
When did Christmas start so early? We haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet.
Bro, it's crazy.
It was like the day after Halloween. It was like Christmas was in every store.
How about this? Let's even jump that. I'm already seeing last week Black Friday sales today.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think they started at Walmart this week.
Yeah.
Black Friday deals all week. I'm like, damn.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's, first of all, I don't like the holidays because it's very perverted. Like I said, you guys just mentioned what I dislike about it. Everything is about selling. Everything's about gifts. Just when people run into debt, trying to break their backs, trying to get gifts for, something they, especially like for kids, right? Especially young kids, you want to get them something. Bro, I can't even tell you what I got when I was fucking 8 or 9 years old for a present.
I
You know what I'm
can.
saying? Can you?
Oh, yeah. Best Christmas ever was I was going into 5th grade. My parents had just bought a new house, but we were living in a ghetto 1-bedroom apartment in the hood, like in Greenway Square, while the house was being built. And my parents got us, me and my brother, the original Nintendo back in the day. And I went crazy when I unwrapped it because they never said anything about it. We didn't really ask for it because, that thing was expensive back then. We're like, it'd be nice to have one, but we never, and then opened that thing up. I think we played like Duck Hunt and Mario for like 7 hours that day.
I'm gonna say this. It's funny you mentioned Nintendo because I do remember, like, when you're a kid, the video game systems were the world.
Oh, yeah.
They were your escape. They were, but it was a little different than nowadays. These kids think it's real life and shit. The graphics weren't good enough to be real life.
Exactly.
And you had 2 buttons, A and B.
Right, yeah.
But with the Nintendo, that's funny you say that for Christmas because I was, my mom would be the type of person, because, it was just me and my mom. So she would go, what do you want? Like she'd see me at the store and I'd already be hinting at shit, And Nintendo, first of all, if your parents did they get it the year it came out? Was it a couple years after?
No, it was either the year it came out or the year after. It was early though.
Yeah, but it was one of the years when it was super hyped though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I just remember this, the year it came out or whatever, like it was tough to find in the stores. I mean, especially around Christmas time. And so I remember you go into like a Target or Walmart or whatever. Well, I think it was Target back then, or Jumco. I'm dating myself, Target maybe. And you see the shit there. And you know that, and it's like October or September. And you realize this shit might not last to Christmas, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, oh shit, they got it. Well, during Christmas, they're not gonna have it for Christmas, Well, this is really what you want for Christmas, you're sitting there like pouting and shit like a little bitch, yeah, this is what I want. Okay. Well, then what I'll do then is I'll go ahead and buy it then. This is your Christmas gift. If you screw up in this, I'll return it. You can't use it or play it until Christmas, until Christmas Day. So I'm like, okay. And, I was a latchkey kid, so I'd always come home, like 3 o'clock on the bus, 3:30 or whatever. And I'd always go to the closet where it's sitting, open it up, put it on.
Oh, my God.
Connect it, because I had my own TV that had like I paid like so much money, like I don't even know how I got the money, but it was like one of those Sony Trinitrons back in the day. Like we had black and white TVs. I had the first color TV in my family. Oh, wow. I'm not even kidding.
Dope.
It was like a little 13-inch color TV that had like the round screen. I used to go to Macy's and look at them all the time, and finally I had $300 to get a 13-inch TV or something, whatever, and it was on sale, $100 off. And it had, but the one thing that was cool for back in the day, whatever, it had the plug that you go right into the video. So it was like ahead of its time. So you just go, and I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
Oh, maybe you just put this cord here instead of the old little square with the, A and B shit. And I just plug it in. Oh shit, it works. Figured it out. And I just be sitting there playing the shit. I look, car pulling up. Oh shit, gotta put it back in.
Oh my God, you crazy.
Every day after school.
Right.
Every day after fucking school, like a weirdo.
And I just remember like the joy. I still remember how excited I was to get that. And to this day, probably the best Christmas gift, just I've ever had and it was that pure joy because we weren't expecting it. And if I remember, it was one of those things we got done unwrapping all our gifts. We're all excited for the other stuff. And then my parents were like, "Hey, is there something else back over there behind the TV?" And we go look over there. We're like, "What is this?" And it's from Santa. And we're like, "Oh," we rip it open. Oh, going just crazy. I remember that. That was just, it's one of those things you wish you could relive that feeling because that's not a feeling you get every day. It's uncorrupted, pure joy from something that, as you get older, it's like shit's just shit and things are things. But when you're a little
That
kid,
sounds promising.
yeah, but when you're a kid, like that thing was everything. It was like a whole new world to us.
Let me add too. I mean, it was a lifeline for a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
especially you weren't quite old. We weren't old enough to drive yet, right? You're stuck at the crib. You know what I mean? It was your lifeline. I mean, you could spend all weekend playing that shit,
Wow.
And it was, and then you had your friends over. And I know for me, I was a sports guy on that shit. I always play this baseballs and, whatever else, Tecmo Bowls and shit like that. And you had like your half-hour games, you had your tournaments, you did all that other shit and, kind of interacted, or especially on a rainy day, man.
Yeah.
On a rainy day, that was like better than anything. You sat in, played Nintendo, and then when this rain stopped, you guys ran outside and played sports, whatever. So
I remember my aunt, she had a boyfriend who I consider my uncle, and, she never had any kids. And she lived here in Arizona. She got a Nintendo like shortly after we did. And then it would be like, "Oh, you guys want to come spend the night tonight? You can play. I bought these 10 games." And we'd be like, "Oh," she had like,
the uncle said this to you guys?
no, my aunt. She'd be like, "We got this." And she had all like the coolest hot games. She would go and buy them like $50-$60 a piece because that's what they were back in the day. Oh, I got Spy Hunter and I got this. You guys want to come over and hang out?
Oh,
So
my God.
me and my brother would always fight it who got to spend the night at her house on the weekend because we wanted to play. She had all the coolest games for Nintendo back then.
Right.
But it was one of those things.
I think the game consoles were. I mean, you think about it. Like today's money compared to back then. It was like $99 or $99 or $1.99. But back then, that was
a grip of money.
That was a lot of money.
I remember games were like $59.
Yeah,
I remember
30 to 50.
Yeah, I remember I saved up so much money to buy just one game because I wanted it, and it took me forever to see like $5 allowance.
I got one for you.
So what's
like
what's the console system now? What?
$400 or $500.
400 or 500?
Yeah.
400 or 500, yeah. But when it first comes out, you can't even touch it for a year for under
Right.
5,
Yeah.
6. A lot more technology, obviously, and a lot more like features that come with it besides the basic game system. But what about this, real quick? When you were looking for a game, do you remember going to Toys R Us and grabbing the card and then walking around like like waiting for it? Like you grab the last card. You go in real quick. They were in the little things. You pull the sleeve.
Yep.
And you actually grab the card.
And then you bring it up to the front. They bring out the game
Yeah.
so people can.
And have you ever got the last card going, "Oh my God, I had this game," and then you go up there and they don't have it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
That
you're
was
like
crazy.
crying and you want to blow up the store.
You know why I think it was different for us because that was like our first view into like real technology. Prior to that, nobody had computers. Like very few did.
Well, yeah,
very
I mean, I
people
had Atari back in the day.
Atari,
Yeah,
but Atari was so basic, and then this was 8-bit technology, and you actually had like characters that moved instead of
Right.
like a little ball or
Ball,
stick
yeah,
figure that
stick-
ran. Like I remember playing
Space Invaders.
No, the game where you're like the little character and you run and you jump and you swing over. Oh, Pitfall.
Pitfall, yeah.
On the Atari and my dad used to use the Atari and he'd have the tape deck that he'd bring the tapes home from work and he'd be with the keyboard and he'd use the Atari to actually like a computer. That was like our first computer in the house. But when the Nintendo came out, it was something so different. And I mean, like you said, color TVs were just starting to come about. Yeah. Like we were behind on technology. So that was like the first. I mean, I think all of us went to arcades all the time to play the arcade games. And it was like almost, you brought the arcade home to your house. Like kids these days, they grow up, an iPad, they can pretty much do anything that blows away anything we were able to do as kids. So
Right, true.
they don't have that same value to it that we
Right.
had.
How about this though?
Like, what are they going to introduce for a kid that the kids can be like, oh my God, when he can get on his a little iPad at 2 years old and play games and watch videos and do whatever he wants.
But I'll tell you this. So bringing it back, because you said arcades.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the cool arcades, whatever your cool arcades were? Because obviously I didn't get here to 97, 98. The arcade, you know, the arcades kind of died down. But I know in the Bay Area there were certain cool arcades, and the cool games. Like first of all, you had the music bumping super loud everywhere. Like arcades were so loud, and like you knew the hot games because they had 5 of them in a row right next to each other. At least the big arcades. And what you do when you wanted to play and you're waiting, you put your quarter up on top.
on the glass.
And that's the funniest one. Like, if you really think about it, you're waiting, which a bunch of other people, that's my quarter right there. Like, it's just hella funny. And then there were always older kids. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd always have that like nervous energy, man. Are they going to try something like try and take my spot?
Right.
You know, like almost ready to, throw down over your quarter or your token and shit. And,
Yeah, I think kids these days miss out on all that stuff. I mean, like the death of the mall. I remember our mall, PV Mall, had a big, huge arcade down by the food court.
Yep.
Everybody used to go down there and play games and then go walk over and get a slice of pizza from Pizza D'Amore. It's just like this little square
I
pizza.
think it made us more social. I think it
more
made us more
social.
social. You know what I'm saying?
You interact with each other.
Yeah. And I think that's why today's day and age kids are more introverts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think technology is designed to make you that way. It's designed to make you not social, social beings. It's designed to, like, think about it. When we got phones, what do we do now? We'll go out to dinner, 3 people will be sitting at the table all scrolling through their phone.
Yeah.
Nobody's communicating, nobody's talking.
Right.
Everybody's just in their phone. It's almost like it's taking you away from all the stuff that we did growing up and the adventures and experiences we got to have. Kids don't have that. Kids don't go to the mall to hang out to pick up on girls anymore. Kids don't, go to the arcade anymore. Kids sit at home, play video games, and maybe get on their computer or their phone and text people.
How about this? Kids don't even remember their, anybody they know's phone numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the craziest one. I used to be proud. I still know my own phone number. I still know my best friends from back then.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I know your phone number off. For some reason, it was always, and now I'm blanking on it. But the
Just give it out over there.
oh yeah. I was like, I'm about to tell.
I'm a crack call this conspiracy guy.
Yeah. Ooh, that was close.
But no, what's funny? I used to know all yours too.
That was fucking close. I almost gave it out. I don't know why I do.
Here's a funny one though. You've had the same number for years, right?
Can I get the last 4 digits?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
1297.
Yep.
I don't know why. Yours, Ken's.
Yeah.
It's always kids is easy because whatever. I used to remember Steve's because he had that fucking weird ass.
Easy. Still same number.
Is it still same number?
Yeah.
Okay, are you sure? Because
Yes.
I swear I was driving down the street and I think I saw a lawyer have that fucking same.
No.
Like he had sold it or some shit.
He's still got it.
That's funny, but hey, that's funny. We're all at this table have had the same number for what? How long have you guys had your numbers? I've had mine for like at least 20-some years.
I got mine in college, so yeah.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, over 20 years. Yeah.
So
I don't know. It was one, like you said, it was one of them things. Even before I got phones, I would have to, I have to remember it. You know what I'm saying? You'd be out and be like, oh fuck.
that number, but
Just in case I was drunk at the club one night, I had to call bitch.
Hey, but the skill set was the skill set was so much stronger then to where you knew it. You just knew how to,
I was digging through some stuff when I was cleaning out my closet, like Eminem, and I found this little book, and it was my old book that had it was like the little phone book that I carried, fit in my back pocket. You flipped it, it's like A to Z. You flipped, had all the little letters on the side, had all these people's phone numbers, and back then there was you didn't put the area code first because there was only one area code in Arizona. So that's all these numbers from all these people I knew. And like some of them I'm like reading, I'm like, I don't even remember this person. I got their phone number.
Yeah.
That's funny you
crazy.
say that too, because when I first moved here in 97, 98, didn't we all have 602 as the area code?
Yeah, 602. Yeah, 602. Everybody had 602. So it was so easy. All you had to do
The whole
was remember.
state was
Take a little trip.
602.
Take a
Or
little
no,
trip with me.
all of Greater Phoenix was 602, and then it was
East Valley started getting
520 everywhere else. Yeah.
and then they went 928 up north, and then they added 623 and 480.
Yeah.
And I remember nobody wanted 623 or 480. Everybody wanted 602. It was crazy. And I just remember when that happened, it was like a big change. And everybody's like, oh, no, we got to remember 10
Hey, I was here for that one. I remember having the checkbook still with 602 on my checks.
Yeah.
I got out of here. It's fucking crazy.
No, like you said, it takes you back in time, man. It's like just thinking about that because you had to. Here's the thing, when we had pages back in the day, so somebody beep beep. Oh fuck! I'm gonna pull over the side of the road and call this dude. You had to get out. You had to get out of your car. Yep. You had to have some coins in your car to fucking put there. You ever did the emergency breakthrough?
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Waiting for your friend, man. Hey, what's going on? Yep.
Yeah. Operator, can you do emergency breakthrough from a friend? And so they were like, "Yeah, hold on, just a minute."
It's $1 each time back in the day. People get hella busted with their parents. Breakthroughs on their parents' phone.
What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? What's all this breakthrough shit?
Or remember when you used to like star 67 or star 69?
Yeah. Oh, when they first came out,
they used to charge you for that too.
Did they?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
So people would call the house and they like prank call. I'd be like, I'm gonna find out who it is. My dad would be like, quit doing that here, but raising up the phone bill sky high.
Yeah, I know they charged you for a star 69.
Back in the day.
But I remember the first time I ever used that shit. Somebody called me and prank call star 69. They asked, like,
what about? Hey,
I was like, got your ass. Don't you ever call my house again, motherfucker.
I know everybody. The first few weeks, I got once on that shit. You just call me? No. Well, I just got stars. What the hell is that? Oh, what is that? No, it wasn't me.
Hey, I remember.
These are not the droids you're looking at.
I think the art of prank calls is gone.
Yeah.
Like what we used to do as kids, man. That was crazy. My buddy growing up, his mom was deaf. So she has this machine. It's called a TTY machine. Mm-hmm. And basically she types into it. It goes to like a service. They read it and then they speak it to the person on their line that can hear.
Right.
Unless they're two deaf people, then they just type back and forth. It was like messaging or chat.
Yeah.
But through the phone line. Well, they would go to a person. The person would say like whatever you said, and then you'd have to say like I'd say, "Mom, come pick me up at 2. Go ahead." And then she'd type that, and then his mom would respond. So we used to call his mom, and he'd be like, "Mom, I'm at Nick's house, and his dad keeps looking at me weird. I need you to come pick me up right away. I think he's gonna do something to me. Right. Go ahead." And then the person in the middle is like, "What the hell?" And then we start going, "Leave me alone!" and start screaming. And they would just be like, "What the heck?" And they'd have to type it, and we would say all kinds of crazy stuff, and then just make up gibberish words. We start saying, They'd be like, "Can you repeat that?"
Oh my god!
But they couldn't. All they could, they were just the in between. They couldn't really like interfere. They couldn't say. We used to say some crazy shit and just mess with those people.
Oh my god! Yeah, and mess with his mom too.
Oh yeah.
Like,
We used to be like, "Mom, the police found out. You got to get the body out of the garage and bury it. You have to do that right away. The police are coming to the house." And me and him used to just die. And I'm sure the people in their line are like, "What the hell is going on?" And then his mom would be like, "You stupid, stop saying those things."
Right. Oh my god.
And we used to just mess with her, man. I feel bad. She was such a nice lady. And she used to cook. She used to make these pancakes. Mm-hmm. I don't know what she did to them. They were like kind of crispy and cinnamon flavor. Oh my God. Every time I go there, we're like, "Your mom make pancakes?" He's like, "Yeah, ask her."
Hey, how do we go from Nintendo to the crispy pancake lady?
I'm just saying, because it was like the phone prank calls. Yeah, man.
Nostalgia.
Good old days, man. Good old days.
Nostalgia. All right, well, let's get to the weekend, man. Grady, let's go with you, man. How was your weekend?
It was fun. I didn't do too well in the sports betting this weekend. See, I admit when I lose. And I took a little bath.
This month is fucking definitely.
I took a little bath.
That started out well.
I'm taking a break. I've only placed 2 bets today, so that's my break from the normal 20. It was rough.
Taking a couple steps back.
But cool thing, man. This weekend, I hadn't really hung out like with my parents much lately, so I called my dad up on Saturday morning. I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna come down and just hang out." So went down. Me and my dad went to lunch. We went to the old school Uncle Sam's.
There you go.
Up on 32nd and Shea. I remember back in the day running into Mike Bibby there all the time. He used to love that spot. I think he still goes in there from time to time, but
where he lives over there.
Yeah.
To get a steroid sandwich.
Oh, well.
Don't even say that. Don't even say that. But yeah, me and my dad went in there, had lunch, and then came back to the house, hung out with him and my mom for a couple hours. And
who, Mike Bibby? I'm sorry, I lost it.
And then, so my parents have these old. So one of my parents bought the house. They put swamp coolers on houses too. So my parents had regular air conditioners, and they also had 2 swamp coolers. So they have 4 air conditioning units on their roof. nobody uses swamp coolers anymore. I don't even think they even work on their house anymore, but they're still on the roof. So my dad had bought these covers for him. Well, he like had them taped up there and bungee corded up there. And anytime the wind blows, they like fly all over the place and then they get leaks. So he's like, can you go up on the roof and fix them? He's like, I can't go on the roof anymore. I'm too old. So I had to climb up on the roof and fix all these covers. I'm like, I went to pull it back down. It was so old and warped. Thing just ripped in half.
Oh shit.
I'm like, you're going to have to buy new ones. So I helped him order new ones. I got to go up and probably next week when they come in and put them back up on the roof. But it was nice just to, I spent the whole day just hanging out with the parents. You know, it's one of those things that I wish I did more, and I don't have any excuse because they live in town.
Yeah. I feel you.
And especially as they're getting older, it's like, you know, how many opportunities am I going to have on a Saturday when I got nothing going on just to be like, hey, let me just run up and hang out with my parents or go to lunch or do whatever. So I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to do more of that because, you know, let's face it, we're all getting older, but they're definitely getting older. And just want to make sure that, you know, when I'm not busy and yeah, it's easy to just say, I'm just going to lay around the house and watch football today or do nothing. But, you know, it doesn't take that much effort to drive down there and just chill with them for a while. So that was kind of my weekend. I just hung out with them. And then Sunday just hung out at the house, watched football and chilled and did a bunch of cleaning and, you know, organizing in the house. It's still kind of a mess, but getting it there. So
Oh, hey, you popped through the Moose for a second too, remember?
I did pop through the Moose Saturday night
and
for a
had some
minute.
wings.
Oh, yeah, and then we went to the Hub and got to try those smoked wings Mitch was bragging about. They are delicious. And I'm going to say this. I'm not like the biggest smoked meats person, but those wings, they like literally, you just lift them up and they fall off the bone. You don't have to like struggle. Sometimes you're like biting and gnawing. These things just pop off and they were good. And then we got the medium and then we got some sauce you can dip them in.
Yeah.
Delicious.
A lot better than before, right? Isn't that when they were known as the best wings? And, you know, at least a lot of people were running with them the best wings. I think they are way better than when we used to go there. I mean,
Okay.
no,
But I also this week I did go back to Tucson to Flaps and Racks, and actually my coworker was down there today, and he had never been. He stopped in there. He's like, "Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Those wings are good." He got the garlic parm wings.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, they're crispy, but they're juicy." He's like, "Those are the good wings." So, but my guy did say that originally told me about the spot. Got to try the ribs now. So next time I'm going in, they have a plate. It's half a rack of ribs, 4 wings and fries for like $18.
Okay.
And I think it comes with the drink, or maybe it doesn't come with a drink. It might, but got to go back in there and try the ribs because he's like, I always loved the wings, and he's like, and then I tried the ribs. He's like, the ribs are better than the wings. So
wow.
I'm gonna have to make a trip out there, try those, and then report back.
Okay.
And I also did go to Singing Panda.
Oh,
shout out to Singing Panda.
Singing Panda.
Still amazing food, man. I went there the other
So
day.
good.
I was trying to go over the weekend. I didn't get a chance to, so I was like, I can't go Monday. They're closed. I'm going to go Tuesday. So got to see all the lady there that she's the nicest person. And they had a cool old guy singing. He's asking for requests from the crowd. Just cool vibe, and the food was just amazing. So
There you go.
if you haven't checked it out, well, I know we talk about this all the time, but Singing Pandas is amazing. Go check it out. Even if you just take it to go, it's still amazing. The food is amazing, but more so than food, the service is always on point as well.
All right, bet.
All right.
Titano, what you got?
Let's see. My weekend. It was pretty chill on Friday night because I knew we had we're gonna have a busy weekend just running around different stuff. Definitely wanted to, and it was, you know, what's funny is, so like sometimes, you know, I'll hit happy hour at the Moose or someplace else on a Friday, but when you just decide to sometimes just, you know, you're gonna relax, you're staying in, you're gonna watch movies, binge watch different things like that, relax, maybe, you know, just chill. Sometimes it's you know, it's kind of cool because you're actually looking forward to the next day. Because in my mind, if I go outside Friday night, I'm already kind of a little tired the next day. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I'm gonna get up a little later. But when you get up, like for example, got up at like 7 o'clock. Me and Chris hit a walk on the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Just, you know, 30-minute walk around the golf courses and stuff like that. It was super cool. Weather's beautiful. And then just kind of get ready. We're like, oh yeah, let's, you know, we're gonna hop on the bike and, you know, figure stuff out. And so ended up going, taking a bike ride down to, I was talking about this spot, finally got a chance to check it out. It was, it was, what's it called? It's called Cajun Breakfast. It's on Dobson and Elliott in Mesa. And it's called Cajun Breakfast, Mom and Pop's own. They're from Charlotte. The lady the owner's name is David. I think it's her daughter that her name's Miley. It might not be her daughter, but I think it's her daughter. Anyway, super friendly people, great customer service, great, just energy. The food, first of all, I had been watching this place for a while. It's got 60 Google ratings. It's still a perfect 5.0.
Really?
Yeah, 60 ratings, 5.0 for a new business,
Wow.
That's pretty
And
crazy.
that's crazy with all the Karens out there.
Yeah, with all the haters.
Like,
yeah.
oh, you didn't come and take my menu away after I ordered.
The food
3
was
stars.
good, but this other customer was coughing. I was late for I didn't know the FedEx store next door closed at 3. I 4 stars for this place.
This place gets 3 stars. They don't serve pizza.
Exactly.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
I hate people like that, but
Exactly.
yeah. So to have 60 with 5 stars,
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So I finally, out of all the places, I thought for a second I might want to check out my boy because there's a spot, Sugar Jam or whatever. Have you heard of that? In North Scottsdale?
Yeah, North Scottsdale. Yeah,
Yeah, and they got like a day party, my boy Freshmaker hosted on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Is that every week?
Yeah, every week. It's like kind of R&B-ish, soul-ish.
Yeah.
So I was telling
This during the day?
Yeah. It's like brunch to like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So I've been kind of wanting to mess with that. I heard the food's amazing too, and so I was like, "Do we go up there?" And I looked, they were already booked. They were booked for all weekend.
Oh shit! So you had to make reservations.
Yeah. You got to book.
Damn.
Or maybe there's a bar. I got to hit him up again. But he DJ, he basically hosts it. So I seen all these chicks singing Keisha Cole, all this stuff. So I definitely want to make it up there in North Scottsdale. Check it out soon.
Gotcha.
But so next, not next best thing, but I'm like, let's just keep it in Mesa. Plus we're on the bike. Let's go over to this spot, because I've been wanting to go to there and I've been putting it off. We get there about 11:30. Only 2 people were there. I'm like, dang, and it actually doesn't even look the part. It's like a little bakery. It has a little in the corner says, then it says Cajun breakfast. So I'm like, oh, we in the right spot? Okay, we have to be. Little small space on the inside. Thankfully, the weather was good because they had a patio on the side.
Okay.
So we sat outside. The Cajun food is phenomenal.
Really? Okay.
Best Cajun food I've had in Arizona.
All right. So what would you try?
Okay, so first of all, they have this thing called, especially if you go with somebody else, they have this thing called the this tri-sampler. So you can get 3 different, 8 ounces of 3 different dishes for $24.
Okay.
And so so we tried 3, so we had jambalaya.
Okay.
Then we had Cajun seafood dirty rice or rice.
Okay.
And then we had the crawfish adelaide, or what do they call it? I can't remember. I can't even remember how to pronounce that shit. It's adelaide, etouffee, whatever it's called. Etouffee, that's right. My bad, all the people in New Orleans and Wheezy and all them.
Well, like,
Cash Money Records for the 9,000. But no, so those were phenomenal. Right. So much flavor. Now, again, I just got to give a heads up. Don't get me wrong, they got other dishes, but it is going to be mostly probably seafood based.
Gotcha.
Because that's Cajun anyway. But there are some other dishes, of course. And then I had to have. First of all, they had 8 different bowls of grits.
Gotcha. Which one did you get?
So I went with catfish and eggs.
Okay.
Crazy as it sounds. Because I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Their catfish was some of the best catfish I've ever had.
Really?
Probably the best catfish I've ever had.
I fucking love them. I love better than the Black and Alexander over at Papados.
You know what?
Come on now, bro. That's might be blasphemy.
I'll tell you what. First of all, I don't even know if they do the Black and Alexander anymore. They're you can ask for it and stuff, but I don't know they do the catfish. I'm gonna have to run that back. It's pretty close. But when we're talking like a catfish, like a fried catfish, right?
Right? Yeah.
Just sitting on it. It's as good as any fried catfish that I've had.
Okay.
Like don't get me wrong. The Alexander you start throwing the wine sauce, you throw the dirty rice, and then
That shit's fire, bro.
yeah, that might be the best plate. It's up for debate though. That catfish was really good. The grits were amazing. The egg was nice. Everything on that menu that I ordered, and then I'm watching other people's food come out. They had an Arizona platter, that's something else. I'm like, damn, I gotta get that next time. It was that good. Their desserts pop. We split a homemade apple, what's it called? Baked apple cobbler. And it was crazy because it wasn't overly sweet. It was amazing. So definitely, I suggest going there. Definitely tell Davida, I sent you. That place on the first appearance, I have to go back again and make sure it keeps up. But is pretty much somewhere in my top 5 or top 10 favorite places to eat.
Okay.
Like again, like
So Sugar Jam.
no. This one. Sorry, I don't want to confuse people. This one is what's it called? Cajun breakfast.
Cajun breakfast.
Cajun breakfast on Dobson and Elliott and Mason.
Dobson and
Yeah,
Elliott.
yeah. And I'm gonna check out Sugar Jam, but definitely check out Cajun breakfast.
Tell
man.
him large Marge. Thanks.
Yeah, and in fact, if I am gonna have like a little, like the only thing I'm gonna complain, and it's not even a complaint. They're so mom and popish there that when you order drinks, they're giving them to you in like the little liters or whatever. Like so, like if you have a nice tea, they're giving to you the plastic liter, and something like even water, they give you water in an Aquafina bottle. So I mean, that's probably the one thing. And again, I'm just being, that's not a complaint, but just giving you a heads up.
That's the whole reason Mitch gave him 3 stars.
Yeah. You'll see my review. I give him 5 stars. Man, I can't wait to go back. That's how good that place was. So let me get that Saturday, and then we took the bike from there, where we go hit the post real quick. Hadn't been to the post in a while, so just popping down post downtown Gilbert. Rode through Gilbert. Decided, man, let's go take it to Fox Cigars. So went to Fox Cigars. Had me what's it called? Had to give me a Davidoff, Connecticut, just puff one of those. Chris, she's been on those acid blues, I got her, she's not a cigar person, but she likes
You get a acid blondies.
Yep.
Acid blondies, bro. That's the shit.
Yep. And so, so we just chilled there, and then took it from there. Had to go home, feed the cats real quick, and then went to the Moose, chilled at the Moose, saw Ken, saw Nick, saw everybody, a few other people. Then, did the whole wings thing at the hub, and then called it a night. And then what's it called? Just basically recovered because it was a full day. So recovered, just ordered in on Sunday, and then what's crazy is on 2 other things food wise. Also in between, I was able to take my mom she loves what is it? What's the spot called? Cracker Barrel, right? And I guess they got their Thanksgiving menu out now. I'm gonna just tell you this: Cracker Barrel's gravy fried turkey, or it's is amazing. Like they have a fried turkey, but they treat it like a fried chicken or whatever. So they have like a turkey, a chicken fried turkey with gravy. That shit is amazing. Like seriously, and the plate's like $13.99. Yeah. So definitely worth checking out. And then their pies they have right now. I guess they have an apple caramel pie that's pretty amazing. And then also, I actually brought one to this Friendsgiving. When Ryan and Fallon had a little quick Friendsgiving, so I went over there, to their spot on Monday, and brought a pecan chocolate pie, and very full weekend. Man, so beat down. Had to recover like Tuesday and Wednesday, so finally back at it.
Dope, man. Yeah, my weekend, was pretty chill. I had my daughter come down from LA.
Oh, nice.
So we hung out here all weekend, just caught up, did a little father-daughter thing.
How's she doing?
She's doing amazing, man. Amazing. So,
How's the new guy?
I don't know. That's touch and go, bro. It's touch and go.
I never know. I was going into Puro and ask her friend, what's going on with Baby J?
Oh yeah.
Get the update.
I'm not even getting into that. But anyway, yeah, that shit was touch and go. But anyway, just hung out. Got to spend some time together, something like that. And mainly just chilled around the house. I gotta figure out. Next weekend's kind of going to get kind of interesting because. Oh fuck! No, it's not next weekend. It's tomorrow. Shit.
Thanksgiving's tomorrow?
No, not Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving is going to be. It's not. Thanksgiving's not next week. It's the weekend after next. Yeah,
Guys, Thanksgiving's not tomorrow. If you're listening.
Yeah. But no, I forgot. I just remember I had we got a high school reunion tomorrow.
Really?
Holy shit! Okay. Well, I might be have to be doing something there. Maybe we'll figure that out. But nah, this man, like I said, just chilled at the crib because I've been traveling so much. So I was like, look, baby girl, you can come down, but we ain't going out. We ain't gonna be in Scottsdale. We ain't doing bottle service. We ain't doing none of that shit. We're gonna be at the crib chilling, and that's exactly what the fuck we did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So she had some friends come over, did a little kickback, whatever. So, but it was like I said, it was a pretty chill weekend. We didn't do too much. So, I did. Hold on, where the fuck did I go? Play pickleball. I love me some pickleball, bro. I need to get back in I've been slacking on my pickleball, so I'm definitely gonna do that. But anyway, let's get on to the show.
Speaking of pickleball,
Well, somebody was playing hide the pickle. It was a report. Secret Service members Secret Service agent, right?
yeah.
Got caught at Obama's compound in Hawaii. What is
Obama wasn't there, but
Yeah.
so he decided to show his girl off and say, "Hey, baby, come check out where I'm staying."
right?
And I guess they got caught having sex at Obama's place in Hawaii.
Here's my thing. They didn't think they had fucking cameras, or like
He's an agent. He's got to know where the cameras are. And
yeah, but even like okay. Here's the thing. With my cameras, I can go on my phone anytime, right? And just check my shit out, right? You get alerts and all that stuff like that. He's moving around. He doesn't think like you're at an ex-president's fucking house. You don't think that shit's
Secure?
secure?
Well, that's not the only person that had a wild romp this weekend. Army Air Corps 653 Squadron, two of their members decided when a Apache helicopter and AH-64 chopper was in for maintenance, they decided to use the cockpit as their own personal,
As a cockpit.
as their cockpit. Yes. He decided to get in the cockpit while he was in the cockpit. So
That shit is crazy.
yes.
Crazy. What's our serving men and women doing right now?
Is this what our taxpayer dollars are funding?
Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. I'm glad that they did it, when it was on the ground and not in the air. That's
Oh,
that's
okay. I thought we were
Yeah, I
talking
thought
about
at first it was in the air. but we did-
No, it's in the air. If we're getting service,
In the
I was
green
like,
area.
yeah. I was like, woo, bro. If it was in the air, that would have been
like,
the Mile High Club. I get it.
She's throwing her panties out the door. All kinds of craziness. So.
Trust me, that is definitely on my bucket list. In Jordan, the Mile High Club is definitely one of the things to do. It's going to happen. I promise you, it's going to happen. I don't know when, but it will happen.
That'll be on a private jet because you try those
Fuck
bathrooms.
that, you know.
Bathrooms at
You know what? You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you now, and I hope they ain't listen. If anybody's working for them, close your ears. Emirates Airlines has
What's it? Immigrant Airlines?
no Emirates
Airlines.
has where you can lay down. They have the beds in the air where you can lay down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book a flight, bro.
You say, lay down and unbutton your drawers.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out what one, and I'm gonna go to sleep. You ever seen the little meme with they showed they were like, oh, and we're taking off, and then they close the door, and then all of a sudden and then the dude in the back wakes up. That's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
That's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
I'm gonna clap some cheeks and fucking Emirates Airlines. Just watch.
I heard a crazy ass joke about sex on a plane. I don't know if I should tell it. It's a little crazy.
What you got? Tell it to me.
So I was listening. He's like, so there's these two gay guys on a plane, and it's an overseas flight.
What's your friend's name?
And the one guy looks at his boyfriend. And he says, "Hey, I want you to have sex with me right here." The guy's like, "I'm not doing it." He's like, "Yeah, I want you to." He's like, "I'm gonna get on top and you have sex with me right here." He's like, "We're on a plane. There's people listening." He's like, "Everybody's asleep. Nobody's gonna hear." He's like, "Yeah, they will." He's like, "I'll prove it." He stands up and he says, "Can somebody give me a pencil?" Really loud. Sits back down. He goes, and nobody moves. Nobody gets up. Nobody says anything. He's like, "Look, everybody's asleep. Nobody said anything." And then he's like, "No, that wasn't good enough. You have to do it louder." So he stands up and he yells, "Can somebody give me a pencil?" And he stands there, looks around. Nobody gets up. Everybody's still asleep. Sits back down. He's like, nobody said anything. He's like, "We're good." So they ended up, he jumps on his partner's lap and they go to town. Well, the flight's over. They're all getting ready to get off. And as they get up, they look behind and the stewardess comes up and the guy sitting behind them is shaking and he's covered in throw up. And she's looking, she's like, "Sir, what happened?" And he's like, "I got really sick." And she's like, "Why didn't you say something?" And he's like, "The last guy that stood up and said something fucked an ass."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was great. That was actually pretty good. Yeah, that was. We're about to replay
Thank
that.
you, TikTok.
We're about to replay that one. But anyway, all right. Leads to a question.
Yeah.
What's the craziest place you've ever had sex?
Dun, dun, dun. Hold on. I just heard this from Mitch. He's like, wait, who's listening? My girl,
All right.
my grandma.
Come on, we got to put some disclaimers on this. Is way before anybody got together with they.
Unless it's with your current girl, you never know.
Yeah, true that.
For those of you that have
True that.
a female in your life.
Yep. Crazy is, I mean, I got two places. I mean, craziest one for me would have to be probably on the golf course. I've lived on multiple golf courses, but also done it on a golf course. Craziest one's gone down to 60. Going down to 60 with the sunroof back.
I
Sitting on top of the lane.
I did it going down Gilbert Road one time, coming out of Gilbert. After a night of having some fun at Gilbert.
There you go.
It's hard to pay attention and drive while that's going on.
Oh my gosh.
But I figured out a way to do it. And
Yeah.
then I'll say the weirdest spot I've ever done it, back when I was a kid,
A kid.
when I was in high school, like couldn't do it at the house because the parents were always around and they let me have, girls over. But I had a car, so I always try to find a place to park that was secluded.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I used to do it in the Mormon church parking lot.
Oh, my
because it was like back around a corner and you couldn't see and there was high walls. So we used to go park in the Mormon parking lot and do it in the parking lot of the Mormon church.
Holy shit.
You ever get busted by the cops?
No, never. A couple of times we were in the parking lot at the church because that was our go-to spot, and a car would pull in and pull up, and we'd be like in the back, like, "Get in the front, let's get out of here!" Trying to pull out as fast as we could.
I'll tell you. Speaking of pulling out as fast as you could, but no, it's funny because I do sympathize with you can't go home or whatever. So unless somebody's parents were gone or whatever, it was cars, and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, always, first of all, for me, it was never Vallejo. It'd always be Benicia, just because, it was like,
You had to go a little bit out.
oh, yeah. First of all, I want to feel safe. Right. And what's funny is you pull up to the spots that are known, but then, I don't know, and a couple times, and this isn't even the craziest places type, this is speaking on cars. And what's crazy is the couple times the cops come up, what's it called? Thank goodness the windows were all fogged out. It's like, different times of the year, so the windows are all fogged. All of a sudden you see a flashlight coming, doot, 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 doot. You're like, what's up, officer? Like, and they have to, like, you have to roll the window down or, whatever. And and again, it could never be in Vallejo because I'd be too terrified of the old school stories of Zodiac, who they never caught back in the day. So yeah, it wouldn't be in Vallejo. But yeah, and as far as crazy, I'm gonna keep it to high school just because I'm a classy, upscale adult. Well, I remember one of my friends had a party once, and an ex of mine was at the party, and next thing you know, we're at somebody else's front lawn, like.
In the front lawn?
You see, I don't see it. 'Cause-
Homie.
Hey, I did it
In the front lawn.
I did it in my parents' front lawn during homecoming night. We got done. We pulled up, and I was like, "Hey, come over here!" And we went around the corner behind the bushes, beside of my parents' house. And I did it there.
Was this last week?
Yeah, this might have been. Yeah, this was last week. No, and then the one other thing I just thought of, that it's not like it's more just like wild. Me and my girl back then, we stayed at some friend's house, and me and her ended up doing it in our mom's bed. In her mom's bed.
Y'all wild, bro.
And we just made the bed when we were done, like nothing happened. So her mom probably came home and was like, "What's this stain on the sheets?"
Y'all are fucking wild as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I ain't never done it on the front lawn. Nah. I'm not one of them people. Well, I take that back. You can, if you don't know, you're watching and being watching what it is. But
I also another place out there. I did it one time.
What's that?
Your backyard.
Wow.
Out by the hot tub.
Well, everybody did it in the backyard.
Out by the hot tub.
Everybody did it in the back. Everybody did it in the backyard. But anyway, that's another story. That's not a weird place. I was like, oh, that's fucking a Tuesday. Anyway, I love it. Let's move on from this. Fucking our moms are probably listening to this shit right now. But anyway,
It's all allegedly.
Allegedly.
let's talk about a little money, man. Since we are out here trying to grind. Fucking Bitcoin right now. All right, it's almost 90. Well, it's at 90,000. It keeps hovering back and forth, but I've been going up. jumped from 69 to 90,000 a bit.
A lot of the other coins are up too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything's up right now. I think the election had a lot to do with it, just because there's a lot of pro crypto guys that will be on the administration. So right now, crypto coins, Bitcoin, all the altcoins, they're doing well right now. I'm interested to see how the next 3-4 months go. Definitely see how this thing climbs. But, it's funny because, we were talking about some athletes that got paid in crypto and they were being laughed at,
LBJ.
LBJ is one of them. And, now he's laughing all the way to the bank right now.
He made a post yesterday, I believe. And he said, remember when y'all motherfuckers said I was dumb? He didn't say motherfuckers, but he said, remember when y'all said I was dumb for getting paid by the Rams in Bitcoin? He got $4 million in Bitcoin. And, if he let it stay like he's insinuating, that's.
Yeah, because when did he play for the Rams? He played for the Rams.
They won the Super Bowl.
So that
Had to be 21 maybe?
Yeah, it was 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
The crazy part is in 2020, Russell Okung had half of his $13 million salary paid in Bitcoin as well when he played for the Panthers.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So
Now the
Yeah,
question,
as long as you don't sell, you sitting on that shit.
but what was Bitcoin at the time? It had to be what?
Yeah,
Anywhere
it had to be about 40. I'm
30
thinking
to
about
40, right?
30 to
30 to 40.
40,000. Yeah, for sure. So,
I know it went as low as 16, and when it's high, it was probably 55ish.
yeah, you just got to. I mean, like I said, at that point, you just got to sit. You got to sit on it and then take the cash that you already got. But man, if you laughing all the way to the bank, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if
You know that's
Bitcoin started the year of 2020 at 18,000 and closed at 28.
Yep.
so. I mean, shit.
That year.
Man,
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, 80.
So-
roughly 80,000 or 75,000 a bit. Per bit. You know what I'm saying? So.
So he 4 times his money.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 to 5 times his money.
So I mean, it's a little $6 million at the time. You'd be looking at $30 million right now. So
yeah, that's
hey,
Sometimes there's innovators when it comes to this stuff. And also, if you're playing for the NFL, you probably, if that's not your first contract, you can afford to gamble a little
yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Obviously, most people believed at that time crypto and Bitcoin wasn't going to zero. So yeah, you might lose a little bit, or you might lose, even if you lost half, you're still the risk is worth the reward because to 4 or 5 times. Yeah, exactly.
real quick too. And now that we're, almost 2025, we're seeing crypto, Bitcoin hit 90,000.
Right.
Now go back to 2018, 19, even 20, when people were starting to say, hey, keep an eye on Bitcoin. It's going to get to 100, 150,000.
Yeah.
And everybody thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I never thought shit. I'm not one. I was always one of
I
the
remember
early
when
adopters.
Bitcoin was like 5,000 to 7,000. I'm like, it's gonna get to 100,000. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I never thought it was. I mean, because I saw it come from. I mean, back in the day when it comes from $150 all the way up to where it was. People don't realize. You know what the funny thing is? Bit was down to, and I kicked myself in the ass because it was kind of the second time to get it. So when we went during the pandemic, go ahead and look it up. It got all the way down to $3,200.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Remember?
Yeah. It was so crazy. And then I think Ethereum was down to like $300 or some shit like that. It was just crazy. It was like your second, like the pandemic made it the second time to try to get in. Yeah. You did it, and then it just fucking
But
exploded.
a lot of us had just such a bad taste in our mouth. Pause.
From getting whacked at 20.
And then also on top of that too, when especially when you mess with the altcoins, I mean, for a while you couldn't do wrong. You just put your money someplace, you're making it, and then all of a sudden it just turned.
The floor dropped out of that
And
money.
then even remember when Cryptopia, like as a whole exchange, just falls off.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of bad.
Or
there
the
was-
exchanges get hacked and everybody's money gets stolen.
So there was a lot of bad actors. There's always going to be bad actors when you dealing with like digital currency.
They're going to eliminate. It's part of the survival of the fittest.
Until they bring regulation, which I think they're going to do, they got to do because they got to check the. There's fucking new millionaires getting made every day, and so they're definitely going to check this. Check this shit for sure. And I believe regulation is going to come sometime this year on crypto, which is I actually think it's going to be great for it because it's going to bring
Government's got to find a way to get their money out of
Well, it's going to make it more mainstream too. So
Well, I'll say this real quick. I know, we're getting to the end of the show in a minute, but I think it's funny because two of the coins that I've really been high on, me and Nick kind of went in on just a little bit, early on. What was that, 2018 or 17? Back?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the two, though, that I've always been high on was, we all are high on XRP. And then the other one is Tron.
right.
And both seem to be, strong right now. And Tron's, just for everybody, man, Tron, I guess, is creating its own, like kind of like almost like an Ethereum, to where people run off of it. There's already like four other coins underneath it. A Sun, and then the Sun meme coin or whatever, which actually goes for more than.
Well, there's,
Tron,
which is interesting. Tron's done. There's other ecosystems that don't like Solana. Is one. Tron is one.
And Tron, I guess, because they're able to do 2,000 transactions per second right now, and they're charging a little bit more now for the transaction fees. So I guess they generated in the last $3 million in transaction fees. So they're profitable. They're running profit. So that's a good sign.
That's awesome.
And again, in the way they're going to use it. Supposedly, you want to look into stuff the way they're using it. You want to look into AI. You want to look into gaming spaces that charge different things like that. That's what it seems like. But yeah, so just interesting. Keep an eye on Tron, everybody. Just because it's still right now, it's as of today, it's 18 cents. I think Nick, what we get it at 2 to 4 cents.
Yeah, I think might have been like 1.7 cents or something.
Yes, yeah.
Remember, and it was going to the moon back then.
yeah, exactly.
They were releasing, I forget what the name of the protocol, the Wraith protocol.
Yeah.
And me and Mitch were like, we got out, back then it was Twitter. Me and Mitch made like these two crypto Twitter accounts, and we were going back and forth just creating memes.
Yeah.
And HODL was the big thing.
Yeah. Oh man.
And me and Mitch used to post all these. I was looking actually the other day at the old Twitter account and all the memes. Some of the shit was classic.
I don't know if I'm still on there, but I was the Crypto Guppy.
Yeah, the Crypto Guppy's still on there, and I was the Crypto Black Belt. But I spelled crypto wrong when I typed it in. So it was like Kyrypto or something.
Wow.
That's funny.
Y'all is wild individuals.
We're back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back into that account because I'm like, it's probably hasn't had a post since 2018, 2019.
And then, like,
all of a sudden, I'm back. I'm out of jail and I'm coming for your meme coins.
He was part of FTX and shit.
Yeah.
But nah, it's all good. All right, man. We come to the end of the show. Give me a thought of the day. What we got?
I'll start it out. All right. Since we're speaking on crypto, sometimes in life you just got to take risks.
Yes, I love it.
I'm just gonna say that money always can be made again. You can always have experiences in life, but if you don't take risks, you're never gonna experience things and gain in life. So if you have opportunity, if you're not sure what to do, just do it. You only live once.
There you go.
Get out there, take some risks.
There you go.
Okay, Phil Knight. So we got Just Do It.
Just do it.
Okay, I got a funny one. At least for me, I think it's So, I've always come up fashion or like club gear, different things like that. Obviously own some clothing stores that did streetwear.
Right.
We mix the outfits, the hats, the shoes, all that shit. So I just thought it was funny because now I get up in the morning and walk around the neighborhood, and then go to the gym at lunch, and I'm thinking to myself, now I want comfortable shoes, I'm not as concerned with all the different color shoes that were in my closet at certain places. I'm glad I sold most of them. This is such a hassle to just throw on this to match with just these, colors and stuff, I like more blacks and just white and, just keep it simple, maybe a camo here and there. But it's funny, something I swore, I haven't done it yet, but I'm shopping. I'm like, man, I need a comfortable walking shoe, for, the neighborhood and shit, and, that I want to be comfortable in.
You can be like Dan Marino,
Well, why? What's he do?
the Skechers.
Well, then I guess I am, because, hey, put it this way, it's funny. I was like, man, I'll never get a pair of Skechers in my life. Those shits are corny. And all of a sudden I'm looking, Skechers, do they have the memory foam? Do they have the wide? I was like,
That's what all you motherfuckers do. Move this.
yeah, and I'm sitting there going, it was funny though, and I was talking to Ryan because he runs this guest list now in all the shoe stores and all that shit, and it was funny because I'm like, man, you're never gonna believe this shit. I'm gonna give me a pair of Skechers. Yeah, you should. They're cool. Like, it's funny how as I'm thinking this shit, it's starting to be open minded because it's more practical now.
Well, I saw you wearing Crocs the other day.
Yeah. I'm rocking Crocs. That was also because of a foot injury, but yeah, I liked them. And then so I got my little Bay Area, like whatever that shit is, Flair, or whatever. Put them on, them motherfuckers. But yeah, no. Now it's like I like the slip-on shoes. Like the that. But the one thing I'm learning is you do have to still have the arch support. Because you just can't have the slip-on front ends like the Crocs, and the other ones like that you slide into the slides. Because if you're gonna go to the gym or if you're gonna walk, you need you need your arch support.
Right.
So that's where I'm like, I'm looking forward. So anyway, I just thought of the day was never say never, and also be open-minded to know your situation and always make changes, for the better.
There you go. All right. I thought of the day, it comes from my mom, man. She has so much words of wisdom, and just crazy. Sometimes, like, when I just need like a pick-me-up or just some, another voice that's unbiased, she gives it to me straight. And the one thing she had said, and kind of I want to urge people to do is about perception. As she was saying, you can't worry about other folks' perception of what they may think or something like that. You just got to worry about your happiness. And no matter how, whatever decision that you make, if it's, right, wrong, or indifferent, if it makes you happy, that's the thing to do. And you can't worry about what other folks may say or do or, anything. It all comes down to you. So.
Did she take that from that song? If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
I don't know what that song is. But anyway, on that note, we're out of here. 210, we love you. Wow.